Shamna K. I am a PECO student from Amal College. My roll number is 61. In this video, I will be discussing about characteristics of controlling. Now over to the video. Characteristics of controlling, nature and principles. Controlling. Managerial control implies the management of accomplishment against the stands and the correction of deviation to ensure attainment of objects according to the plans. That means it's a process to ensure that the activities of personnel and use of resources are in comfortably with the plans. Characteristics of controlling, nature and principles. First point, controlling is a managerial process. Controlling is a managerial function. Management process comprises 5 functions: planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. Thus, control is a part of the process of management. The second point is controlling is forward looking. Whatever has happened, the manager can take corrective action only in the future operation. Past is relevant to suggest what has gone wrong and how to correct in the future. That means controlling is always forward looking. Past is already gone, thus cannot be controlled. Measure can be devised to control future activities only. Past provides a base of determining controls for future. The manager will study the past performance in order to find out the reason for low result. A corrective action will be taken to ensure that work in future is not adversely affected. The third point is controlling exists at each level of organization. Anyone who is a manager has involved into control, may be chairman, managing directors, CEO, departmental head or first line managers. However, at every level of control will be different. Top level management would be involved strategic control, middle level management into tactical control and lower level management into operational control. The fourth point is controlling is a continuous process. Controlling is not the last functions of management, but it is a continuous process. Controlling is not a one-time activity, but a continuous process. The process of setting the stance needs constant analysis and revision depending upon the external forces, plans and internal performance. That means controlling is always a continuous activity. Control is regularly exercised. It is not an activity in isolation. The manager will have to see that his subordinates performs according to plans at the time. One, the control withdrawn, it will adversely affected to the work. So control will have to be exercised continually. The fifth point is control is closely linked with planning. Planning and controlling are closely linked. The two are rightly called Siamese strings of management. Every object, every goal, every policy, every procedure and every budget becomes stands against with actual performance compared. That means planning is the first functions of management while control is the last. Control cannot be exercised without planning. First the objects are set and then efforts are made to see whatever these are compressed or not. Whatever there is a laxity in performance or things are not happening as per the plans, the corrective measures are taken immediately. So planning provides a base of control. The last point is purpose of controlling is goal oriented and hence positive. Control is there because without the business may go off the track. The controlling has positive purpose both organizational and individuals. The organizational purpose are to make things happen and individuals to give up a part of their independence from the attainment of organizational goal. That means the functions of controlling is positive. It is made to things happen or achieve the goal.